Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, on to the next episode of 911 Season 3. The last episode we watched was the first episode after the break that we took, and it's called Seize the Day. And looking back on the episode to look at what I want to talk about today, I don't know if I mentioned in the wrap-up at the end of the episode how nice it was that Chimney and Maddie were having a meal together with Chimney's sort of parents, but not real like blood parents, but the people that raised him. I thought that was a really sweet moment, and I just don't think I talked about it at the end, which was a shame. I think I talked more about Chimney's battle with his brother. But that was a really sweet moment, and I wish I'd talked about it more because they had such a huge impact on his life that was just a real big stepping stone in their relationship. Now that they're officially together and having this big relationship, and that was a really sweet moment. So last episode, Seize the Day. We had a few really interesting calls that went out on the guy dangling from the plane, the guy that hit his neck on the pole after trying to flirt with that guy. But in terms of the main storyline and things that we're going to move forward with, Buck got a clean bill of health. Amazing. Chimney's half-brother turned up from Korea. A guy called Albert. I actually really like him so far. He seems quite playful, quite charming, very cute. And there was quite a lot of disagreement between him and Chimney. Or at least Chimney had a lot of resentment towards him just because of the life that they've led. And it's clear that the Chimney's father is not a good person and treats everybody like crap. So we'll have to wait and see. Well, I'm intrigued to see what his position on the show is, what his role on the show is, now that he's here. Initially, I thought he might be here for one episode and leave, but at the end, he was like, no, stay, come live with me. So what's his role on the show going to be? Like, what's his purpose going to be? We'll have to wait and see. Maybe just a bit of a disruption to the normal life, a bit of a chaos in Chimney's life. I don't really know. We'll know more when we watch the episode. But also we had Michael telling his kids about the updates on his health. So he's had treatment. It's not done so well. Well, it's not done badly, but it's not improved either. They want to do surgery, but ultimately he decided that he doesn't want to do that, which is scary to me, and I'm hoping they'll delve more into what that means for him and the kids in this episode, or at least the ones coming up, because that just seems like such a huge decision that I'm not going to do this surgery because it's risky and it's going to live my life, and that's scary and sad, but also I can see why he might want to make that decision. I just want to delve more into that. This episode is episode 12 of the season, and it's called Fools. I'm guessing April Fools, maybe? And we've had Christmas, we had a bit of a break. Maybe now we're back, it's maybe April-ish time. Maybe April Fools jokes, maybe people do pranks and it goes wrong, someone gets hurt, or someone's just being a silly person, an idiot, a fool, and they end up hurting someone or hurting themselves. I don't know. Let's jump into the episode to find out. If you enjoyed the video, leave some comments down below. Let me know what you thought of the episode. Subscribe to my channel if you're not already. And please take a look at the Patreon link down below to watch the full-length reaction to this episode and help support the channel. Let's jump into 911 Season 3, Episode 12, Fools.
Attention, citizens of the internet, we are calling upon every
I'm already like, ugh, these people.
For Shay's army. I am General Shay.
And I am Major Mitch.
No.
So daring.
A video so bold.
It's mine.
Just break the internet.
Shut up.
We're about to turn
You're
this
so
very
over the top. Ugh. I would be so sick. That's not good though. Unless you're trained for like astronaut stuff.
I saw Christopher watching a video like this online. That bike wasn't on fire.
Is he
Hey, can you
okay?
hear me?
Oh.
All right, let's get him off of there.
Feel like I know this guy.
VP stabilizing.
Do you watch silly pranks on YouTube?
The curtains while you show these guests to their seats.
It's not a nice look, is it? And I'm hoping he doesn't feel any of this. Oh God. Please, like, arrest them on camera.
He looks really messed up. Sure, he's fine.
But they're still filming him in trauma.
Afraid you're going to be otherwise occupied. You're under arrest for trespassing, vandalism, reckless
Hey.
and disturbing the peace.
You can't prove anything.
Don't need to.
It's all on
You
camera.
fools live streamed your confession on the internet.
guys.
Small as this town. They don't think you're
Oh.
going there without our permission.
Oh, it's a shame when it's against you, though, isn't it?
This is just for an audience of one.
Why does this keep happening?
Because you suck at poker.
I like that he's
Someone
here.
who also sucks at
Whatever his
poker.
name
No
is.
judgment, but
Craig?
maybe you should quit while you're behind.
Well, all our couple friends were busy, so we figured we would target the solos.
No better. I'd say you were setting us up.
Oh no, I like you way too much to set you up with my brother.
Hey now.
And I love you too much to let you keep being so incredibly, tragically.
Some might say
At no point did they ever say, no, my brother's straight.
closest you gotten to turning on a woman in the past
Step
few months,
away.
shouting out, "Hey, Siri!"
Well, you two got lucky. They did. You guys have no idea how hard it is out there for the solos. Where's Albert tonight?
He's on a date.
Hey.
What do you call a number that won't sit still? A Roman numeral.
How do you make a bandstand? Take away their chairs. I don't think he got it.
Teachers, they're not all like this, are they?
So sorry to keep you waiting. My last student's father asked us.
Is
to
this
find
a love
him out
interest for Eddie?
Sure he did.
I
Good
can
to
look
see
at
you
his
again,
eyes.
Bryce. And you must be Mr. Diaz.
Please call me Eddie. It's short
Call you whatever you want, Daddy.
Guess Eduardo.
Growing up,
Okay, thanks. That's the end of my episode. Thanks for watching.
Christopher is also one of our most popular students. He loves making the other kids laugh.
Oh, that's amazing.
He's a very sweet and kind boy.
Yeah, he is.
You're doing a great job.
Thank you.
There's a pretty young thing for an English teacher.
Was she pretty? Didn't even notice.
Oh, I'm sorry. I must have you confused with someone who couldn't stop gazing into Miss Flores's big blue eyes.
They were brown.
Hey, there you go.
Glad you didn't notice.
This is an old gunshot wound?
Yes,
Why wasn't it reported the day it happened?
Because that woman didn't even know she had been shot. Not until today.
Wow.
He seems like a lovely man, but hospitals always make mistakes. I have heard stories about people having the wrong limbs in.
Oh, but it's not like an abusive
Doctor seems
husband
pretty
shot
sure,
her.
so we need to investigate
Memory
and find out
loss.
what might have
She forgot
happened
all
to you.
about it
So
situation.
the doctor thinks that if you were shot, it would have happened sometime in January, maybe early February.
My life is pretty boring. It's just me and my husband.
Oh, where's your husband? Is he on his way?
No, he's out of town golfing, I think. Maybe.
You came into the ER with a headache. Do you get those a lot?
Never used to, but now it seems like I always have one.
Yeah, you've got a bullet in your
cutting
head.
out caffeine, red wine, and bacon, but still.
She really doesn't remember being shot.
I'm not sure she wants to.
If that husband shot her,
I think
and she doesn't
no
remember
one
it,
ever really knows what goes on.
he is
inside of a
one
mind.
lucky son of a bitch.
Sometimes not even people inside it.
Well, it turns out that Christopher and skateboards don't get along very well.
You let him skateboard?
I am so sorry, Mr. Diaz. We didn't know one of the kids had brought a skateboard.
You didn't know. He could have broken his neck.
I know.
Don't
and
shout,
I
it's not
feel
her
terrible.
fault.
The other kids were showing him how to ride it, and they didn't know that.
Didn't they? No, let's push the kid with CP around on a skateboard for fun. Hey, you let them make a fool out of my son.
Oh, but stop
I
it.
promise you that's not what happened here.
Come on, we're leaving.
But school isn't over.
It is now.
Hey, Eddie, I get why you're angry, I do, but
I know Christopher wants to be like all the other kids, but
You want me to tell him he's different?
he
He
already
is.
knows that. You need to teach him what it means.
thanks, Carla.
He has limitations.
Thank you.
I'm not gonna tell my kid that.
It's a horrible conversation to have, but
buddy.
as someone who
How you feeling?
Dumb.
was very ill as a kid, and the things that I cannot do,
Talking about.
Everybody's.
you need to know.
It was my idea.
It was your idea to get on the skateboard?
It was
Yeah.
It wasn't.
Chris, why would you do that?
Because he feels like a...
You had to know it'd be dangerous.
You always said I can do anything.
Yeah.
I may have reactivated one of my dating profiles.
Yay!
Really?
I spent 2 hours on the phone the other night talking to a cute guy
Who speaks on the phone
funny,
anymore?
and not at all like one of those chat room psychos. There was even a successfully deployed semicolon.
I never used
Oh,
semicolons.
nice. Good
That's not the
shout.
point.
Anyway, we're meeting up tonight in a public setting, and I am really looking forward to it.
Yeah.
What?
Go get some.
I don't want the one-night stand.
Oh.
I'm tired of being alone.
I just reinstalled this app on my phone. Please don't make me regret it.
Hello, women of the internet. I'm Gary.
Hey, Gary.
I like long walks on the beach,
Big dicks and fried
deep
chicken.
Conversations, and other
If you don't know that reference, it's from
dating cliches.
from RuPaul's Drag Race. Everything's going well so far. Oh no. She got a dodgy stomach. That is like a nightmare first date where you've had food and then things just don't agree with you. Oh, is it not going down? Oh god, how embarrassing. She's blocked the toilet. She's blocked the toilet. Oh no, she's throwing the poo out the window. Oh, just leave it on the side, it's fine.
Cat, this is original wood. We can't just poop out the top panel. Pop. We can't just pop out the top panel. Sorry.
We have to take apart the frame. You guys really
Book.
You're gonna cut the window? Has anyone ever died of actual shame?
I'm sorry, Gary. This is not how I wanted our first date to go.
It can only get better from here, right?
Oh, it's
Always find a bay
911.
window.
He's probably never gonna want to speak to me again.
He's such a
You have
nice
no
guy.
idea how hard
But it's
it is to
911, so
meet
things
someone
can
these days.
absolutely get worse.
Oh, solo, I know.
I'm hiding shame.
Probably. Oh, or you could stay.
Hey.
Feels a little different when you hear it coming out of your kid. Just wait till he gets to the I don't have to do what you tell me phase. You still in that phase? Thing is, he's right. I lied to him. Told him he's no different than the other kid. But he is. Yeah, CP.
He's different.
There's a lot he can't do.
Gotta protect him.
Look, I want to be supportive, Michael. I want to respect your wishes, but I do not want you to die.
Me either. Okay? It's really nice to meet you. As first dates go, I gotta admit, chose well.
You know, you don't
Cute.
usually think of a cemetery as a romantic place for a date, but it's quaint, kind of kitschy. There are plenty of exits in case one of us turns out to be too sketchy.
Good, good public
There's
space.
nothing more romantic than watching an old movie.
How many jobs can you go home at the end of the day and feel like you've made a difference? I'll never be rich. I'll never even be recognized, but I'll be worthwhile.
He's so nice.
You know, I remember when going to the movies was about making out in the back row. I
Hey.
heard Rudolph Valentino's grave was somewhere around here.
This is exactly what I said I wouldn't do on a first date.
Oh, come on. This is the fun stuff. Took you long enough.
Okay, I don't know what you guys are into, but it definitely doesn't feel like my same.
You know, for somebody who spends their days listening for clues, you sure managed to miss all of them.
No, please.
Hey, I'm not the one who went online begging somebody to play me. Let's go.
What the hell?
911, what's your emergency?
What the hell was that? Oh, this show, I swear. What the hell was that?
Oh my god. Josh, are you okay?
I'm okay.
Josh.
I got jumped.
Not Craig.
I took my keys, my phone, my wallet, beat
Oh,
the crap out of me.
Sorry, guys.
For a minute there, I thought they were gonna kill me.
After your date?
Yeah, me too.
It was my date. He was the one.
Oh god, I'm so sorry.
He set me up. Him and his friend.
He's
I
gotta be
never
so,
even
like,
saw
scared to
it
date again.
coming. I am an idiot. I thought he was sweet.
Are you sure you didn't recognize either man? No identifiable features?
No. Sorry.
Look, we'll do our best, but I need to set your expectations.
No, I know you're
Scared.
I already feel like a fool. I don't need the rest of the world in on the joke.
Why did we redo the living room?
Do you remember what happened on January?
What's
11th?
going on here?
Maybe you were
Did he
taking
shoot
down
her?
Christmas decorations.
No, we always take those down right after New Year's.
It does kind of look like he shot her.
What happened to that rug? Oh, I loved that rug.
And I've taken care of you for the last 30 years. And all
I bet that's hard work.
All you have asked is that I work 60+ hours a week to support you and this house and whatever ridiculously expensive hobby your heart
Get a
desires.
grip.
Ceramics class?
Henry, what did you do? Do you know how hard I worked on that?
This is my time, my retirement, and I'm not gonna let you rule my golden damn years.
What a selfish prick.
You shot me.
What a prick.
I don't know what came over me. Call it temporary insanity.
Oh.
Well, you are certainly within your rights to make that case to the judge.
I'm sorry, Joni. I regretted it immediately after I did it.
Did you, baby?
I tried to make it up to you as best I could.
Did you, baby? No.
After?
You lied to me. All this time you knew what was wrong with me.
I know I told you you can do anything, and that was a dumb thing for me to say.
Because I have CP.
No, because nobody can do everything. There are things in life that you're not going to be able to do. And there's other stuff that you are going to be able to do, but it's going to be a lot harder than it is for the other kids because you have CP.
Sorry, I won't skateboard again.
It's not about the skateboarding. You tried something and it didn't work out. Maybe the next time it does.
But you can skateboard.
You know what I can't do?
Cook?
Hey, that's not nice. Until you get a little older, maybe we try new things together, okay?
So it's a really mature way to deal with it. There are things you can't do. But we'll try, but let's try it together.
I love you more than anything in this world.
I love you too, Dad.
I fight so hard to try to protect him, I forget falling down is part of life. It's supposed to teach us how to get back up, right?
Yes.
Absolutely.
There's a lot to be said for getting back on the horse, but there's also some value in learning that you don't like horses.
I'm sorry?
Today, he falls off the skateboard. But tomorrow, he writes the great American novel.
I know you said he was doing good in class, but
Okay, maybe not tomorrow, but
someday.
yeah.
She's good.
Someday.
She's a good teacher.
Welcome back!
If I'd known I'd get this much attention, I would have gotten mugged sooner. I should have known better.
It's not too late to go back to the police.
You know, I tried to
You're
pull
never
up his
to know.
profile, get a copy of his photo, but it's gone. Completely scrubbed. It's a total scam.
Yeah, that probably means he's done it before.
Absolutely.
A description of him, and
We'll do it
maybe
again
they could
and again
find him
and again.
he hurt you.
Bruises are healing. The humiliation, it's a little harder to get over.
So what, you're just gonna act
Josh.
like it didn't happen?
No, I'm not. I'll deal with it. My own way.
What does that mean? Oh no. Oh no.
This is a song for...
Oh, smash that photo. All that. Wow.
Every morning I told you that if you wanted to try something new, we should try it together.
Ready?
I wonder how much something like that costs. Oh, at least it ended on a nice moment, I think. Yeah, after a bit of a trauma in the middle, we ended on a nice ending, which is good. Okay, that was my reaction to 911 Season 3, Episode 12, Fools. I thought the episode title was really fitting. There wasn't April Fools, but there was foolish people like the YouTubers doing the stupid prank that was going to get someone hurt. And it did. And it got them arrested, which was very satisfying. But people that felt like fools because they got themselves into situations, whether it was the lady in the window, Josh felt like an idiot even though he didn't do anything wrong. And the episode title was just really fitting. It normally is with a show. And that's what I really like, is that they have a title which fits usually so many different aspects of a certain episode. And this one was no different. So let's talk about Josh, because that was like the biggest emotional trauma for me this episode. Josh has always been like a side character, but he slowly comes into it a little bit more and more here and there. And he's a really nice character, a really nice guy, but we don't really know a lot about him, so we got to see a bit more this time. He's single, wants to meet somebody, reactivated his dating profile because he wants to go out there and meet someone, sick of the one-night stands. went on a lovely date. It was a really nice date. Outside movie. Cemetery was an odd choice, but again, it's like a big open space where there's not usually a lot of like residential things nearby, so they can have loud noise and stuff outside. I think that's quite a common thing, doing these like outside screenings in cemeteries maybe. Really sweet, they seemed to get on really, really well. And then it all took a turn. The guy invited him to the back somewhere to go and make out. All seemed really sweet. Seemed like very like, I was like child giddy, like going and make out in the cinema, which I may have done before. But also, just seemed like Josh was getting on really well with this guy. He was really nice. Asked him about his job. Handsome. All good. But then they got tucked to the back and the other guy appeared and the tone instantly changed. And they just started beating the crap out of him. And I was worried for a second that he was going to die. Like Josh said, I thought I was about to get killed. I thought the same, because this was so out of left field, so out of the blue, that it just... I think I went silent. I can't remember exactly what my reaction was other than crying. But I was scared, surprised, shocked, sad. I had a lot of emotions going on. And I just felt for Josh because he's a nice, sweet, innocent guy with a good job, a good person who just wants to meet somebody. He finally goes out and reactivates his dating profile, goes and meets somebody. And it's a scam. They beat him up and they steal his keys and his money. I don't know whether... My initial fear as well was it was like a gay bashing thing. And I think they never actually said anything like homophobic. So I don't know whether they just did that to get money and keys and steal a car and whatnot. But rather than because he was gay, they might do it to women as well. I don't know. I feel like they could probably be the kind of people that just do it to anyone regardless of gender, sexual orientation. Probably guys, because they probably feel more comfortable beating up men because they are those kind of little cowards that do these shitty things to innocent people. So I would guess that they maybe do it to gay guys because maybe they are homophobic. But it felt like they had these 2 hours of getting close to him and spending 2 hours on the phone, which was a lot of efforts going for a homophobic person. But maybe they just did it as a scam. Whatever reason they did it, they're awful, horrendous people. And I just felt for Josh because he looked so scared that he wouldn't report it to the police. Well, he reported that he got mugged, but not the dating profile and all that jazz because he didn't want to, he felt embarrassed. You know, I don't want all my business to be out there. I mean, obviously we don't know what he shared online. Maybe he shared a lot of personal things, intimate things we don't know. And I get the fear of that coming out. But as I was trying to say, but I think I got interrupted by something else happening. With what they do as a career, because they know the importance of reporting all the information they can to the police, as much detail as possible, and how all that feeds into the system and that can help them solve crimes, you would think, on paper, like not really knowing the guy, that he's going to report everything because they can stop the guys. But he's scared, he's upset, he's nervous, he's been through this awful thing. It's that juxtaposition of he knows what the right thing is to do, but he's choosing not to do it because he doesn't want to be embarrassed and have his personal information out there, which I understand. I don't like it for his sake and just for the sake that the guys are still out there and they could be doing it to anybody at any time. They don't know how many times before they've done it and not been reported, or it's been reported and not been found. But I just feel sad for Josh. I feel really sad because there's a lot of witnesses at that cinema as well. They might not have necessarily seen him properly, but someone there might have seen him. So if there was like a ticketed event, there's people to speak to. I felt really sad, and I'm glad he's okay in terms of physically. Seems like he was just beaten up, no long-lasting damage. Emotionally, there's some trauma there. But he's got Maddie and his team to help support him. Obviously, only Maddie knows what really happened. It was just really sad. Really, really sad. Other sad story was the woman who got shot in the head. Very quickly, it was like, oh, she got an abusive husband. That turns out I was right. I was hoping it was going to be a twist and that he was actually not, and that he was innocent, and that either she shot herself somehow or someone else shot her and he was trying to help. I don't really know, but I was hoping it wasn't going to be as cut and dry as he shot her, she forgot, it's all good, which is what it was. He was a horrible guy, finally retired, wanted, it's my time, I've retired, I want my time, you're in the way, you're doing this and you're doing that, it's me, which is the kind of guy he is. I worked 60 hours a week so you could do this, I did this and I did this, it's my time. Like, hello, you're in a marriage, a long-term marriage, you're both retired, or you're retired, she doesn't work, she's a stay-at-home housewife, I guess, and this is how you treat her. Bitch, please. So I'm glad that she remembered what happened. I'm glad that she's the one that came to the realisation what happened and not she got told about it, because the fact that she remembers it had a bigger impact on her reaction, which was basically like, fucked. Horrible guy. I don't keep repeating it, but just, it really, and he was like, oh, I tried to make things right. I tried to do things to make things better, and I regretted it the second it happened. I'm like, you shot her in the head. You're lucky she survived. No amount of regret would have brought her back to life if she didn't. Bitch. So that was really sad. And then we had what other storylines we talk about? Eddie went to parent teachers night. There's a lot of corny jokes, but then the second the English teacher walked in, I was like, okay. So this is a potential love interest, right? And the amount of flirting between them and sexual tension was like, you could cut through that with a knife, a butter knife at that. Oh my God, there was so much sexual tension. And I get it. She was very attractive. She was lovely. She was friendly. She was kind. She was a nice, good-looking woman. He is a hunky slab of beef and a good dad. What more do you want in life? So, yeah. But then he bit her head off because Christopher got injured going on a skateboard. And you should have protected him. How did you let that happen? I'm taking him out of the school. All this stuff. It was like, whoa, you're overreacting. But it kind of came from, this was an Eddie problem, not a teacher problem or a Christopher problem. Eddie was so scared of his kid getting hurt, but also telling his kid the truth about things in terms of, there's things in life that you're not going to be able to do. He wanted Chris to be a normal kid and to be able to do whatever he wanted in the world, and that's commendable. But realistically, you've got to be like, there is a limit on things that you can do, at least while you're a kid. We can try things out, we can find solutions and ways around things. But, for example, when I was a kid, I've talked about this briefly on my channel before. I think I did a video, I might delete it at this point, I can't remember. But I had 2 transplants. I had a heart transplant, a kidney transplant. And there's things in life that I cannot do because of that. I couldn't do certain sports, I couldn't do certain things. To this day, there's things I can't do. And from a very, very young age, I was told what I couldn't do. Did it make me want to do them even more? Yes. Is there things that I've done but I probably shouldn't have done? Yes. But that's life, and I mean, I can make those decisions for myself. But as a kid, you need to know where those lines are. And so I totally empathise with Eddie's, you can do whatever you want in the world, of course. You're a beautiful kid, you're amazing. The world is your, playground, and I want you to be able to do whatever you want. Great. But to protect him fully, you need to protect him and let him know what's going to hurt him and what's the things that he cannot do, realistically. And so when he kind of realised that this was about him and not really about the teacher who was not going to be able to stop it, maybe they should have noticed if a young kid brought a skateboard in. Depends when it happened. If it happened in the middle of the day, how did he have that skateboard around with him the whole day? I don't know. If it happened when they first got to school, then it was hard to control. But, the young kid brought the skateboard in and Christopher wanted to do it. And the kids tried to help him do it. Obviously, it didn't end well. So, yeah, that was really nice that he came to that moment of, oh no, this is about me. And then he went to apologise to the teacher, which he needed to do. So I'm fully expecting or hoping that, in a couple of episodes' time, she's going to reappear and they're going to go on a date together, because she's very sweet, she's very cool, and very understanding of the fact that he did bite her head off, which they talked about when that woman was stuck in the window, which made me laugh because it was kind of the wrong time to talk about it, but that's all good. And then they talked a lot in this episode about Buck being solo. It kept bringing the whole conversation at the poker table when they talked about, Josh said, oh, you're not setting me up with your brother, are you? And at no point did either of them go, well, no, he's straight. They just went, no, I wouldn't do that to you, blah, 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 blah. So I see what you're doing there, my one. I see. Even if it wasn't for the comments pushing Eddie and Buck from the second Eddie turned up on screen, I mean, Christ, that was intense. That comment, that situation would have stuck in my head because I was like, oh, that's funny. He talks about setting one guy up with another, and none of them went, but he's straight, so I see what you're doing. But there was that, and then there's multiple conversations throughout the episode about Buck being solo. So I wonder whether they're setting him up for a new romance. That was obviously the woman from the earthquake, but that didn't work out, and I kind of understood her reasons for leaving, because it was the fire truck explosion, right? That's when she left, because it was just too, she was scared to be with someone because it was so dangerous, which I get, totally understand, especially since you met him dangling off the side of a building. There was that. So I think, yeah, they may be setting him up for a new romance, potentially. I don't know. Oh, and we also had Athena cooking for Michael and talking about how, oh, this woman had a bullet in her brain. That easy surgery. They just went in, took it out. You know, it was easy, no problem. And that was like a hint of like, have your surgery. And it wasn't a massive scene in terms of like length. It was quite a short scene. And it was only one scene really in the story. But it was a really good scene because it touched on what I wanted to, which was how it impacts other people, Michael's decision. And she wants him to have the surgery, but he doesn't want to have it. And like she said, but so you're just going to die? And he was like, that's not, like I'm going to have this radiotherapy again and there's this new treatment I'm going to try. I just don't want to risk this surgery. So I just noticed if it's blinding light there, it's very sunny outside, but the sun right now is moved over to that part. So whereas it's normally blinding through here, and I'm like, a lot, it's now going through the kitchen window, which is back there. So that's why it looks like fucking there's Heaven's Gate outside my living room door. Yeah, but I like that scene. I like that Athena was like, but I don't want you to die. And I think the more people kind of say that to him, like maybe if the treatment's not doing a lot and the kids go, but you're going to die and you're going to leave us alone, maybe that's going to have an impact. Maybe the treatment's going to work. I don't know. I don't know what this chemotherapy pill is that he talked about. Is that a new thing? No, he did say it was new. Because he said there was like some promise, which sounds to me like a very low percentage of chance it's going to work. We'll see. We'll see how that all pans out. I think maybe that's going to last a few episodes. Maybe the rest of the season is going to be touched on the Michael part. Maybe by the end of the season we'll have some closure one way or another. No, in 911 it's going to be the sad closure. But we'll have to wait and see. But I think that's the main things I want to talk about this episode. Obviously the guy with the eyes that popped out from the motorbike, very, what do they call it, roundabout incident. The gunshot wound woman. Josh, or as I call him, Craig, getting beaten up. There was also that love story of the guy and the woman that went on the date. It was all very sweet. Then the text coming up, a lovely romance. But then her stomach started making noises and she had to go to the toilet. So that's embarrassing enough on a date to need the toilet, like for a number 2. Extra embarrassing because she's in his home. Third embarrassing because she blocked the toilet, not because it wouldn't flush. Worse because she blocked the toilet. Even worse because it wouldn't go down. Even more so she had to throw it out the window. Then it got stuck on the windowsill. She tried to leave and got stuck in the window. He had to call 911. Say my date is stuck in the window. It looked like she was trying to escape. Obviously that wasn't the case. But luckily it all turned out good in the end. He still was like, well, you know, you don't have to go. You can stay. Because I think if he learned what happened, because he seemed like a genuinely nice guy, he would have gone, you shouldn't have been embarrassed. Like, it's not great on the first date. Like, you don't want to talk about someone's shit on the first date, but, you know, it's no one's fault. And he's like a nice guy. We saw at the end that she bought him a plunger. I'm like, okay, maybe he's got dodgy toilets, but it's your turbo shits that are clogging the toilets. You need the plunger. But I'm glad it all worked out for them in the end. But yeah, that's a really good episode. Really enjoyed it. I'm really loving being back with this show. Love these characters, and I'm excited to see the rest of the season. And I hope we spend more time with characters like Josh, although this was really emotional. That was a bit that really struck me in this episode, was Josh's storyline. And I just hope that they find the guys. Maybe it's not going to be touched again. The show does a lot of things where it's introduces what seems like it's going to be a huge storyline. Like, I still keep thinking back to those kids that were in the basement of that house for years, and they never touched on it again. So maybe they won't get touched on it again, but I hope that Josh finds the confidence to go out and start dating again. I really hope so. As always, my name is Scott. Hope you enjoyed the video. Leave some comments down below. Let me know what you thought of the episode. Please subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and take a look at the Patreon link down below to watch the full-length reaction to this episode and help support the channel. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care, and I'll see you all very soon for the next episode of Season 3 of 911. Bye, guys. Take care. Stay safe.